All right, and we're back. So, as I was saying before, with the multi-joint movements, right, if I take a bicep curl versus a chin-up, bicep curl, I'm working right on my elbow joint, I get one muscle group involved in my biceps. If I'm working a set of chin-ups, I get my biceps, my forearms, my lats, my rhomboids, my traps. I get a bunch of different more muscle groups involved, and so it's going to give me more return on investment. The time I spend doing this one movement, I'd have to spend doing 5 different other movements in order to hit the same muscle groups. Right. So, and this goes the same for all the multi-joint movements that we do. So squats, deadlifts, etc. You're going to get the same thing where you can hit a lot more muscle groups, get a lot more muscle mass involved, and this is going to allow us to get more bang for your buck when you're in the weight room. Functional movements mimic movement patterns that you see in your sport. Now, depending on your sport, it's not going to be exactly the same, but you see these kind of multi-joint movements in your different sports that you play. You're playing football, there's going to be, you're never going to be just moving at your knee. You're never going to be just moving at your elbow. So we're going to squat, we're going to run, we're going to push a sled, we're going to flip tires, we're going to do something that's going to mimic what you see in your sport. And granted, it's not going to be 100% what it is, but that's why you go out and you practice your sport. So you can take what we do in the weight room and then go out to your sport, and you're going to see a huge transfer over to that. All the movements we do have a very potent midline stability role, which means we're teaching you how to properly use your abs. We're teaching you how to properly protect your low back, and then more importantly, well, not more importantly, but equally as important, we're teaching you how to transfer the energy from the ground or from whatever implement that you're using in your sport so that you can create more power, so you can run faster, jump higher, throw further, whatever it is that the task is requiring you to do. And then finally, functional movements are inherently safe. So with the functional movements, we are able to move large loads. We're able to weight these things up a ton, and as long as they're done correctly, they're 100% safe. Now, somebody says, squats aren't good for your knees, deadlifts aren't good for your back. They're just not squatting right. They're just not deadlifting right. And you need to take a step back and learn how to deadlift right and learn how to squat right, because learning how to do these movements correctly, again, is going to give you the biggest bang for your buck, the biggest return on investment. I know I keep saying it, and I keep emphasizing it, but that's going to be what's most important in the weight room. You don't want to waste your time doing these movements that will make you maybe a little bit stronger, maybe a little bit bigger, but overall, it's really not going to be giving you the results that you'd like to see. All right. Again, this is Rob from CrossFit Doing Right Sports Performance Training, and I'm out.